Hi, and welcome to my crystal ball readings for August 2024. For those of you who are familiar with me, you'll know I will use my crystal ball. And she gives me symbols for your zodiac signs in which I interpret them. Okay. I do legally have to say this is a form of entertainment. We have to say this in the UK. And how I interpret it is how I interpret it today on my recording, and it's entirely your responsibility what you do with that information. It's your responsibility. Okay, so that's the legal disclaimer that we have to say. As well as giving me the symbols for zodiac signs, you'll have to excuse me, there's a lot of flies around this time of year in the UK. And she also gives me a general energy reading. But she's actually just given me 3 words this time. It's the same word repeated, so it's not even 3 individual words. But the general energy is for August is truth, truth, and more truth. So make what you want of that, whether it's on a personal level or a global level or a bit of both. That's for you to decide. Okay. So we'll go straight into the zodiac signs, and I'll tell you what she's given me, and we'll get going. So for Aries, she's given me, she lit up what I call the life pathway. Okay. And with it, she gets steps depending how craggy your pathway is. Now, the steps on the life pathway for Aries is very much in the shadow at the minute. So that kind of seems to suggest to me that there's things coming to light that will help you get on your life pathway or make adjustments on your life pathway. All right. So it's adjustments, things coming to light, looking at the shadows and making them adjustments for your life pathway. So that's for Aries. Okay. And that could just be in one area of your life, or it could be in many areas of your life, or it could be just be your belief systems. Okay. So that's for Aries. For Taurus, I got the hand stop sign, which is a very dominant symbol that she sometimes puts in. But it was quite softened this time. It wasn't the harshness that she normally would give when you say stop, stop, stop doing that, and something like that. But it's not that. It's just, and it's she looks like the hand sign was giving me choices that you've got. Okay. And above that, there was a very strong spirit light. Okay. So that very much means I think for Taurus is that it's time to take time out and reflect on your choices now. Okay. So the bright spirit energy, your light above the choices, shows active guidance around you. Are you listening? Are you looking for the signs to help you make these choices? So if you're not very good with that kind of thing, but you're good with your gut instinct, go with your gut instinct now, where your choices are concerned. But the important thing is to take time out and reflect on them choices and do what's best for your soul pathway. Okay. Doesn't say what area of life it is. Well, it very rarely does. So as I said, that could be different pathways. All right. So that's for Taurus. For Gemini, she very instantly, she didn't even get as far as giving me a symbol. She put a really strong image in my third eye here, very much so. And it was with a tree with roots. Okay. Now, that very much to me, a tree is very personal in, I feel spiritually. That's my cuckoo clock going up. It's very much about setting your roots down, strengthening your root bonds, strengthening your soul bonds and connections within that. So that could be bonds with your roots, your family, your soul bonds. They're important to you now, and it's important you strengthen up on them. Okay. Because this will bring more solidness to the growth, because obviously the roots support the growth of the tree. And that's more growth to your tree of life. All right. So this is your soul pathway we're talking about. All right. So for Gemini, you need to strengthen those bonds, those roots, get any debris cleared around them and strengthen the roots out, which will support your tree of life pathway. Okay. So that's for Gemini. All right. Now for Cancer, I've got two figures with the back to each other, but both the figures are quite well lit up. So this kind of like indicates that it is quite a strong connection you have with this person, but for some reason there's been miscommunication going on or something like that, or possibly you're both reacting differently to an issue going on. Don't want to say problem, I'll go with issue. Way fly. Um, so to me, it looks very much like you can sort this issue out if you're prepared to communicate clearly to each other. But just across the way from the two people, there's a third person, third party, should I say, just slowly starting to appear. So if you need help via a third party, whether that's a mediator, a family friend, or whatever, then do that if you need it. Okay, but it's a lot of it's to do with miscommunication and reactions, how you both reacted differently. And this could be like a group, like a family group, one family against another family and that type of thing. Um, so look at how you can communicate more clearly. All right, and that's for Cancer. All right. For Leo, I got a canoe with two people in it and one person in which one person was standing. Now that always looks very precarious to me because standing up in a canoe would be the ideal way of keeping the balance. And I think this is, what Poppy's trying to say for Leo. A canoe obviously is quite a fragile piece of travel, and it's on the water, so the water represents your emotions and the clearing of emotion, traveling with emotions, releasing that type of thing. The person standing, it looks actually appears, I put appears in brackets, to be more dominant in brackets because, and the balance of the canoe is disturbed and it's rocky. So look for the balance in this relationship if you can identify with this relationship. And it's probably suffered some emotional imbalances, either just recently or there's a pattern that's emerged. Okay, so it's the canoe is and the surrounding area is very still much in shadow. So this is an ongoing issue that's a life journey that needs sorting. All right, needs maybe new rules putting in, agree to differ, that type of thing. But because the canoe's in the water, it's also about a letting go process. All right, cleansing of emotions and difficulties. So that's for Leo. For Virgo, I got an animal jumping over a large leaf. So any animal that jumps and leaps is very much taking it as a leap of faith that they're going to land where they need to land and all like this. So this is about, for Virgo, taking a risk that growth will come to you. Okay, because the leaf is always about growth, because leaf grow, you know. So trusting your gut instinct will help with this leap of faith and follow your soul pathway, because I think your soul's like shouting at you, do this, do that, and you're just, oh, I don't know about that. That sounds a bit risky for me. I need a bit more evidence, but no, it's all about soul and trust and following your gut instinct. But the animal was also wearing like a mask over its eyes. So to me, that felt very much that you need to take your mask off to see more clearly. And just to check that it is okay. So, it's okay to take that mask off. It's okay to take that risk and trust that that growth is going to come to you, because it's indicating that it is, if you trust. Okay, so that's for Virgo. For Libra, I got a person singing and a very happy face around it. Okay, so for me, when your soul's a bit down and you've had a bit of a tough time, or there's bad news going on around you, or you're just coming out of a depressive episode or anything like that, it's important you do what makes your soul sing. Okay, your soul loves laughter. It loves to hear music. It and enhances the development of your soul. It helps you to connect to your mind and your body, and it uplifts everything because it all kind of knits it all together. So it's, what does make yourself sing? Is it literally singing, listening to music, or listening to music that connects you to a good memory, or happy times and good memories? Or is it literally you just got to sit down and or go out and have a laugh and let a few things go? Okay. So for Libra, do what makes yourself sing and help connect everything up together inside. All right. So that's for Libra. For Scorpio, I got what a very strong root energy. So it was a red root energy. And from that, I got a load of white, beautiful, bright energy coming through. So that felt very much for Scorpio that this is going to be bringing clarity and focus back to a situation that has caused, I'll put issues for you. And this could be a long-term situation because it was a root energy. So that tends to connect to your family, your roots, that type of thing. And it's something that you probably struggled with on and off all your life, but this is like bringing clarity and focus and a release. Okay, so it sounds like there's a little bit of soul work coming your way if you're not already doing it. Okay, so that's for Scorpio, but ultimately, anything that shows white, beautiful energy around it like this is usually a release and better times, better elevation coming in for you. So that's for Scorpio. Okay. For Sagittarius, I got two solid pathways, but I also interpreted it as options and opinions. That's the kind of sense she was giving me. And then between these two solid pathways, as I'll label them at, there's an owl started to fly through, a very tiny owl, but it was there. So this felt very much that you kind of, it feels like you swayed between two strong opinions or two options or two choices or two people. And it's kind of saying use the owl wisdom and fly high to see the bigger picture. Okay. And use the owl wisdom to guide which is the one that fits best for your soul journey. Because it's like you can see both sides of like these pathways and you can understand both sides of it, but you've got to now make a choice, which is the best choice for you and your soul pathway. Okay, so use our wisdom and the height and fly high and see the bigger picture for you. Okay, so that's for Sagittarius. Capricorn, I just got loads of beautiful angel energy and healing coming in. It was all very waiting there for you. I'm saying waiting there for you because it feels that some of you aren't really asking for healing. Either you believe you don't need healing or you don't believe in angelic healing, or for whatever reason, you're not asking. Okay. But your angelic realms are there for you and they're shining brightly. You just need to accept it, accept their guidance, accept their healing. I get loads of healing from my, I call them me surgeon team. And they can do marvelous things if you allow them in, let them work on that higher frequency energy that they can bring in and help you with. Okay, so ask your angels and ask for the healing. Okay, so that's for Capricorn. Aquarius, I got a what I call a solid foundation stone, but there was a layer being added, and it was a nice shiny layer. So this felt very much for you, Aquarius. There's at least one area of your life where there's growth coming in, if it's not already arrived. Okay, and that's bringing in more life structure. So this solid foundation. So you're building. You could actually be physically building, but I'm talking about from the soul perspective. So this is bringing more life structure to your current foundation of life. So prepare for expansion in somewhere. And yeah, that could mean you putting an extension on your house or moving up on things like that. But whatever it is, it's expansion in your life. And it's part of your solid foundation that you're building in your life. Okay. So that's for Aquarius. So watch out for that. Okay. Pisces, we've had this one before, but it's like an upside down image. And I thought, well, I'll see if I could tip it up and see what it's trying to show me, but it wouldn't let me because it just kind of disappeared. The image just disappeared. It was really odd. So to me, it felt very much for Pisces that something the Almighty is looking at from a different perspective or angle to bring the growth needed. Okay, so something needs tweaking, something needs looking at. All right. And at the minute, if you're trying to do it with non-open eyes, shall we say, the picture's going to disappear. You've got to look for it from a higher perspective, and for a point of new information coming to you, whether that's through the guides or new physical information coming to you. I don't know, but it's the upside down image needs looking at. It's not ready to go back the right way until that work's done. Okay, so that sounds a bit complex for Pisces, I'm afraid, but that's how they put it to me. But some it might just need a simple tweak, and that's it. Others it might need a bit more work for Pisces. Okay, so check out for that upside down image. All right. So that's all the readings for August 2024. I mean, look, going through a general feeling of all the readings and symbols she's given me, it feels very much there's a lot of soul searching going on, and that flies is being a bit of a nuisance. So there's a lot of soul searching for truth going on, I think, out here, and for the authentic soul self. So it's we're all on this journey. So we're all having to do it. It doesn't matter how psychic you are, it doesn't matter how much soul work you've already done. We seem to be having to do it all again. But each time it goes down a bit deeper, and it happens to us all, including myself. So we all have to do it. So dig deep. Think of the general energy for truth, truth, and more truth. Okay. So I will see you for September and with more crystal ball readings. And I hope you've enjoyed these ones. Don't forget you can share them out to your friends. And they also do quite an active daily Facebook page as well. So, but that'll be in the write-up as well with the details and that. All right. So it's bye from me. See you next month. Bye.